This is the word to go, yo.
Well, hello, girls. Oh my goodness, you guys are gorgeous, just gorgeous. And hey, all you live chatters over there, out there. Thank you for joining us every Wednesday for our live chat. Thank you so very much. We just want to remind you, don't forget to likey right down below. It helps us out. It helps a good show just, expand. Yeah, it does. And don't forget to subscribe, share it to your friends. They're missing out. We're, over 3 years now. Come on. Hop aboard. Yeah. Sharing is caring. And don't forget. Share bear. Oh, share bear. Yes. And then also don't forget to do our favorite bell. Are you guys able to hear my bell when I ring it?
Try it again.
No.
That's
No.
weird.
What about my bell? Can you hear mine?
Yeah. No.
Listen, producer Tony's gonna have to work his magic. Get like the most ridiculous sounding bell sound for us. Make it a bit. It needs more cowbell. Tony says, "I'll play gongs." Perfect. Gong it up.
Oh yeah.
I really need to explore the studio space.
Yeah.
I bet you only dogs can hear this.
Yeah.
I know. No wonder Pixie went running out the room, but I'll tell you who's not running out the room. I'll tell you who's not. Our members and our Patreon subscribers. They don't run anywhere because they get everything. They're front seat and ready because they get VIP exclusives to everything God TV. Val, did you love that segue?
Yes.
Look at your face. I can't.
I tried to be professional, but I was still laughing about. I've had some terrible segues before, but yours was so seamless. It was just so cute. I'm like, I have to laugh.
I was not expecting that. I was like gonna say, I thought she was gonna have a joke right there. I was like, who's not running away?
Yeah. The segue was, you know who's not running away? Our members. God, I love our show.
She just licked me in the mouth. Pixie just licked me in the mouth, but on our Patreon, you guys, if you're a subscriber there, or our members only section here on YouTube, you get kind of all kinds of fun exclusive behind the scenes hottie toddies. Lisa and I were just at WrestleCade together. Val, we missed you. It was so sad. I know you had to briefly go back to the United Kingdom, but you're back now in the United States of America, and we're very excited to have you for the holidays. And hopefully we could do maybe a Jams and Slams, all three of us. That would be fun. A little God TV exclusive. I played some music with my friend Buck, my guitarist back in Virginia, who drove in. Yeah, my mom was there. Dee came to the show. We did a little Q&A, Lisa and I. We had fun. Yeah.
She played acoustic. Do you remember watching like the when like Elvis performed and like he was just in the center just playing guitar and he's like in the center and people are just watching around? That's what it felt like. So Mickie was Elvis that night, and it was just so intimate. Hanging out with like the fans, it was very small, intimate. You're missing out. And like everybody came to my table the next day because I think I was the only one that worked Sunday. Sunday. They all came to me. They're like, I'm so glad it was so small. It was like, you guys, we never seen you guys let your hair down and be silly.
Yeah.
Not, having to have the pressure of press and all that kind of stuff. We did a Q&A. We hung out. We had drinks. Mickie had Tanqueray and tonic.
I don't think I've ever had Tanqueray and tonic, and I don't know if it's something I should have again. I don't know.
Oh.
Or maybe it was the double part. I will say, and when we say small, the building, the building was like from the 1800s. That building had been standing there, and it wasn't even the first location. Huge shout out to Joiners, who we had it on the top floor. It was beautiful up there. Yeah, it was so fun. We got to do that all the time, ladies.
I think the beauty of it, from what I could see, and I would love to be there. But by the way, guys, I wasn't there, you weren't there. But guess what? You can see the exclusive behind-the-scenes content on YouTube memberships and Patreon memberships. So thank you guys for sharing that with us. But I love that it was intimate. Like that's what fans want. Sometimes these events get so big that it's very impersonal. But with this, it was a really cool, like interactive thing. So I love that.
It's agreed. Like shout out to like Chris Riddle and
Colvent. TV.
COVID TV. Yes. Forget
Daryl. Listen here, Daryl.
Hey,
Daryl.
Hopefully Daryl's in the live chat. We have our live chatters. I will say also, go ahead, Lisa.
Chris Riddle was like when he was filming me when you were playing, and he was shocked how long it took me to cry.
Oh,
you know me. When I see Mickie perform, especially with your mom and baby D there, it's very intimate, man. It's just like you feel it.
Yeah,
feel it in your bones.
Mickey's
feel it in my bones.
And she performed a song she's never done.
Never recorded.
Oh.
Yeah.
Listen, Mickie has so many damn hats. She needs a new closet for all the hats that she wears. I mean, philanthropist, activist, mom, wife, wrestler, podcast host. I mean, what else can this woman do? I'm exhausted.
Not from the bumps, but from all these hats I wear.
It's really the weight of the hat. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's big hat energy. Well, honestly, I want to say a big shout out to all of our YouTube members, all of our Patreon members, which, by the way, some people prefer YouTube or Patreon. Now we're giving you the gift of both, so you can choose what you want to get your exclusive God TV content from. I will say Jamie Dwyer. Cheers to Jamie, everybody. Good friend of mine and Alan's. He's a huge racing fan. Jamie, we love you. Cheers.
Cheers, Jamie.
He was the winner of our hat, our God TV hat. So we love to do giveaways on this show. And listen, we've been doing more and more. And because our guest is so amazing and so magnanimous and so lovely, she's going to be doing a giveaway of her own later in the show. So if you're just tuning in now, wait for it. There's a giveaway coming up. But Lisa, I know we're all fans of Gabbi's, but I know that you would like to do an intro for her because you've been watching her all day, her interviews, right? She's so
today. I think I watched like 90 videos. And I actually DM'd her and said, I watched 90 videos. I've never heard anybody watch this. And I'm like, just the exercise background, the fitness and that kind of stuff. And just her life changing, her, just such inspiring person that you watch, it's therapy. You watch it, you feel good about yourself. I'm like, why am I complaining that I have to go do laundry? This woman has done it all, so I am a huge fan and just so welcoming. Thank you, Gabbi Tuft, formerly known as Gabbi Tuft, and Tyler Reks.
Yeah.
Tyler Reks. Yes. And we are so blessed. Just amazing, inspiring. It's gonna change your world, you guys. So let's introduce Gabbi Tuft, Coach Gabbi Tuft.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Hello, Gabbi.
Hi, dolls.
How are you?
Oh my
wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm so honored to be here.
Oh, I'm so excited to finally get you on the show. I know you've been so busy. It's good to see.
Yeah, I've been all over. I've been to Canada, Chicago, New York, going to California next month. I'm busy.
We love to hear that. We've been following your journey. Obviously, we all have our own personal appreciations for you, but we're so thrilled that you're here to talk about your story and talk about all the amazing success that you've had. But we do like to start our show with a little question. Who are you wearing and what are you drinking? Go ahead, first, Miss Devonna.
What am I wearing? I'm wearing a top from Zara, and then I've got some rag and bone. They're actually corduroys, if you can believe it or not. I think corduroys are making a comeback. I got them at Nordy's, and then in honor of y'all doing like the kind of pajama wear, I got my fuzzy slippers on.
Oh,
now it's
I think they're just an Amazon buy.
Love that.
We love Amazon. We love Amazon.
Any sort of beverage?
What am I drinking? I'm drinking water. I'm drinking water.
Oh, you wild one. Good for you.
I know. Don't tempt me with a good time.
I know. It's good to hydrate. I have to go to Lisa next because Lisa purposely, wanted to dress up for this episode, and she's going in full bear mode. Go ahead,
Lisa. Full bear. Yes. And I dressed up in my bear outfit. It's I'll be honest with you, it's a little cheeky. I didn't know what.
Oh, dinner and a show.
Wow. Perfect. It's great.
It's extra large, you guys.
Yeah, it's totally like mom approved. You go to the grocery store and I think it's fine. Yeah.
There you go.
Send me one. I want one.
A pair of heels, a little pair of boots, fuzzy boots. The boots with the fur.
Oh, those are so cute. Stripe.
I can't. I used to be able to touch my toes. I'm a little grizzled now, but I'm just drinking my Cabernet Sauvignon 14 hands out of my wine glass by Kendall Dunn. It took him 2 months to make.
I know, it's so pretty.
Yes, look how beautiful it is. Honestly,
Wow.
it's gorgeous.
The world needs more of
Gorgeous,
those.
darling. It's gorgeous.
Hashtag
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Well, ladies, I cannot even take credit for the outfit that I'm wearing. I have a fun cape, and I'll tell you, it has a cute little belt and everything. But I will tell you that my husband, it's his
Ooh.
cape, and we do sometimes swap accessories, scarves, glasses. Usually it's him stealing my stuff, so I felt obligated, and deservedly so. I stole his cape. It's got a little hood, by the way.
You look like Harry Potter from Harry Potter.
I almost wore the hood, and I thought that was
Like a
super-
bougie Harry Potter.
Isn't that
Yeah.
fun?
Cute.
Little LV on there, and I am just drinking my favorite. We go from Louis Vuitton to what we call $2 Chuck at Trader Joe's, and this is my favorite, Winking Owl. And I had no idea that they make sangria.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's like
Sangria?
$2 or $3. It's very, very good. In
Yeah.
my
How
glass
much?
cup, it's like $2 or $3 at Trader Joe's.
Wow.
And I'm drinking out of my Grown Ass Women custom cup by Photons and Stitches. So cheers to that.
That.
cute.
I need to get up on this merch. Oh my God. I feel left out.
Yes, girl.
Yeah.
You have
Ugh.
to.
Well, I don't have any
Yeah.
fancy merch. I have my Free Spirit, that's my native name, shirt. But oh gosh, the Boot Barn. That's where I got this. I don't know
The boot barn.
I love the Boot Barn. Love
Why
the
am I
Boot-
not surprised? It's such the cowgirl in you.
Yeah.
They just have every kind, like, because they have dresses and cute stuff too, like whatever. But it's definitely a lot of French and kind of
Yeah.
westerny kind of wear.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I am drinking because I was in the Dollar Trees. First time I've gone in a Dollar Tree in some time, because I was looking for outdoor lights, to put in my chicken coop. But I didn't see any. So I did see this Azul coconut. I've never heard of Azul coconut water. I'm a big sucker for coconut water with the pulp.
Oh, with
So
the
that's-
pulp.
You
Very
like
good.
coconut water? You like the taste of it?
I love it.
Do you
you don't
not?
Well, I don't know if we can be friends. I'm gonna have to leave.
Oh no!
As healthy as
Gabby.
it is for you, I can't do it. You will see me throw up. Like, it'll happen on the
Really?
spot. I can't do it.
What
Really?
about aloe water? The aloe water?
Also makes me
No.
want to vomit all over everywhere,
The
like
bubble- the
ferociously
bubble
vomit.
tea. What about bubble tea? That's kind of got the same kind of consistency.
Boba tea? My daughter loves boba tea. It's very sweet. I'm like,
It's very
probably too many calories at that point for
Those
me.
I don't
are
love
So.
coconut water, but I like that it's healthy. So, and honestly, but sorry to, no one's judging. It's good for hangovers, but I don't like the taste. It's kind of weird. It's like milky
Yeah.
water. Ugh.
Gabby, it's been so long since I've seen you. I have to say, I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of
Thank you.
you. It's taken an incredible amount of strength. It must have been
Thank you.
through all of
Thank
this.
you.
And I'm so proud of you. I know you were going to do a special giveaway for our friends here at
I
God
was.
TV. You
Yeah.
have a book out, which is amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you want to tell us about
Well,
your book?
here's what I was thinking. I've got several out. I've got a hard copy, but the one that I think would be the easiest for everybody to get, it's my RPT program ebook. It's a $90 ebook. It's 123 pages, full program. I do online personal fitness and nutrition coaching. So it's like fitness, workouts, nutrition, a schedule if you want to do intermittent fasting, and all my behavioral pattern modification tricks that I have in there. It's all loaded in the book. And like I said, it's usually $90. So why don't we just give it away? I got a link for y'all.
That's awesome.
Anybody that's watching, let's give it to them. What do you girls want to
Yeah.
do?
Hashtag it. What are we hashtagging it? You guys in the
Hashtag
comments?
it weight
Hashtag-
loss. Let's do that.
Ooh,
Hashtag weight loss. I love that.
So everyone that's
In the
watching,
comment
make sure
section,
to
you guys.
comment. Yeah.
Yes. Drop it in the comments. That's great. How long did this book take you to write? Or was
This was about 8 months. This was
Okay.
8 months. It took me to write. It was a long time. I sat down. It was every night. A lot of research went into it. But it was also taking all of my methods and my strategies that I've used over the years and then compiling it into something that was tangible for everybody else to read. And not just my notes that are my internal notes that I use with my clients. But now I had to bring it forward facing so that everybody could understand and be drawn in. I had to think like, okay, if I'm not there coaching somebody, what do they got to read? How do they got to do it? So it was a long time coming. Yeah, but it's great. Lots of success with it. Lots of people take it, use it, get incredible success, incredible progress with their physique and losing weight. And some of the girls use it to gain some muscle in the process too. So it's absolutely guaranteed to work.
Well, I've seen you promoting it too, like on social media and everything, and like almost like debunking a lot of the myths about weight loss or about the health tips that we hear and stuff like that, and just having these conversations with all kinds of people, why did you choose that role? I mean, obviously, I think coming from what we come from in sports and everything else, which we'll get to, but we always have had to have like some knowledge of nutrition and fitness and stuff. But where did you find that passion to like want to help other people do it? Or has that always been?
That's been a part of me for, since as long as I can remember. It really came out of me after I left WWE. I had a younger brother. He was 5 years younger than me, and he got addicted to methamphetamines. He was very successful, very successful kid. He was in the finance industry. He was on his third marriage, couple of kids. But when he got addicted to meth, I didn't know anything about it. I'm like, oh, it's probably like blow or something like that, And calls me one day. He's like, yeah, I've been using meth. I'm all, okay, what does that mean? And I didn't know. He's like, I got this. I can handle it. I'm like, okay, kid, no problem. Like you're my younger brother. I trust you. And things just weren't adding up. They weren't making sense. And we had gotten a little bit of legal trouble with him because he was using my name for some things that I didn't sign for. And so I was kind of upset at him for that. And he calls me one day, just high as a kite. And it was getting worse and worse and worse. And he's in a hotel room somewhere, just telling me the CIA is after him because you get really paranoid when you're on meth and you get very delusional.
Right.
And I was very upset with him when I said, look, kid, he wanted me to fly down from Northern California to LA area where he was. I'm like, I'm not coming down. We'll go get sober and then we'll talk later. And that was really the last time I talked to him. It was a couple months later. It was the day after Christmas. He was supposed to come home, was going to drive up to Northern California. My dad was going to put him in rehab, but he stopped at a shooting range on the way and he put a gun to his head and pulled the trigger on the range. So I lost my baby brother and I missed an opportunity to help him. I blame myself for 6-7 years. But I swore at that moment I'd never miss an opportunity to help anybody in need. And the only way I knew how to help people was with fitness. And so that spurred my dive into fitness and just putting out motivational videos back when I was a guy with my company Body Spartan back then. And I went nuts and my videos started going viral because there was so much authenticity in what I was doing. It was literally, I wasn't asking for anything in return. It was just like, how can I help you? And then watching people's lives be changed through the fitness programs we were doing, it spills over into every aspect of their life. They get more confident in everything they do. I watched them become better mothers, fathers. Their careers skyrocketed. They were these introverted people that were suddenly extroverts, and then you can't get them to shut up, kind of like me. So it's like, it was very satisfying, very fulfilling. And that's why I kept going that direction.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you for sharing that with us. I never knew that. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Thank you. It was over a decade ago.
Yeah, but what a beautiful way to pay tribute to your brother by what you're doing. And as you said, it's fitness, and people don't realize how much it impacts other parts of your life as well, taking care of yourself first and foremost. But we have so many different questions. I know, Lisa, I have to give it to Lisa because obviously, Gabbi, we'll get into it later, but like, I've known you for a long time. Lisa and I were talking earlier and she's like, I'm on my 8th interview watching Gabbi today. So Lisa has been binge watching by the way, we encourage you not only to use that hashtag weight loss and put it in the comments right now, whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, put hashtag weight loss in the comments to get in on that giveaway. So thank you, Gabbi. It's so generous. But Lisa, I mean, you and I agree. Thank you so much. But like, and Mickie too, you're so inspiring. But Lisa and I was also on YouTube watching like the Tamron Hall interview. You've been making the rounds of inspiring interviews, and Lisa was really getting it.
I was obsessed. I go, oh my gosh, you guys. I just had it on YouTube and it continues on to the next interview with you. So it just kept on going. And I was like, okay, hold on, let me go wash the dishes. I'm like, hold on. Okay, wait, what? So like you and I have like a lot in common. We both started at UPW at Rick Bassman's school, and in the fitness background. I was a Perilla performance girl, and I did watch one of your interviews. I was also one of those people who thought 1 pound of per pound of weight is how much grams of protein you intake. You know what I mean? And so like, I was just going, I competed in fitness and I got my IFBB Pro And, I went through starvation. It wasn't like long, like wait. And then also, this is what I was like so intrigued by you is like, you go into the psyche of how to continue on to be healthy, which we don't do this. We just go, how do I look good? I have to be on TV.
Right.
I gotta have, like, oh my God, oh, I have one roll going over my tights. Oh no, I hope they did not get the angle. Like we're just tearing ourselves apart so much. And also like you were a science background, so was I. So like I found like a lot of like,
That's what
I was
you
like,
said. I had no idea. That's amazing. Biology, right? Is what you said?
Yeah, biology. Yes, yes. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. And I used to, my old job, I used to remove corneas, heart, saphenous vein for transplantation. And that's when I used to cut through to remove stuff. I got addicted to working out.
I can ask, I would love to know because I would love to know about your WWE career because it was funny. Certain superstars that were there, like I kind of didn't keep a closer eye on because that's when I was in TNA and had to know our product, which by the way, we always say it's so nice to say TNA because we kept saying Impact and correcting ourselves. Now we can say TNA. But with your career, can you just, we don't want to, talk about this forever, but how was your WWE career as a whole? Like what memories do you have from that era of your life?
As a whole, it's so funny. Looking back on it, it created who I am now. And I owe so much of getting in front of, thousands of people on a weekly basis in my boots and underwear, being a heel and just being like, go ahead, hate me all you want. That's my job. And you all know very well, like if you could put up with that, you could take anything. And so it really molded me into just being able to speak and talk like on the fly and just to be able to go out there in front of people and it just transferred over. But my career was great. I loved it. I loved what I did. If I could do it all over again, I do things so different because I didn't know who I was back then. I really didn't. We were groomed in FCW. The way we were taught was like, you shut your mouth, you don't say anything, you don't ruffle feathers. And if one of the boys comes up and talks to you, you're like, yes, sir. Okay, anything. And you do whatever they say. That's the only way you're gonna get over. We're like, okay, so creativity zero and just shut your mouth. And so I went through my WWE career being afraid. I was job scared. We were groomed to be job scared. So I was totally afraid of everybody. And I pissed a lot of people off in the process, trying to make a name for myself. I remember me and Hawkins made a dumb cartoon and Johnny almost fired us over a stupid cartoon. And lo and behold, the funny part is after I left, they come out with a South Park style cartoon like we made. It was like it was like Cena and Austin and all those guys. I'm like, oh, we had a good idea. But overall,
that's so weird how that happens. Like you pitch a reality show about following the divas around and stuff, and then after you go, then all of a sudden there's a show. What?
Oh, look at that! Imagine that.
Hey, we have things
I swear
they just do.
Girl, they just take it, they put it in a little box, they file it away, and then somebody's like, "Oh, hey, I have this great idea." Like, oh,
yeah.
New York Times want to do an article on me in August, and the reporter Jacob came to me and he said, "Hey, have you been back in a ring since you left?" I was like, "No." And he goes, "Do you want to go? I know you're in New York. You coming?" I flew out to New York to do the article. He goes, "They're at the Garden, at Madison Square Garden. You want to go?" Yeah, that'd be cool. He's like, "I'll get us some floor seats. We'll go." I'm like, all right. And so I walked into the Garden, first time in an arena since I retired in 2012.
Wow.
And I did not realize how much I missed it. I didn't think I did. I didn't think I cared. I was like, it's gone. It's an old, I had thrown out my boots and all my stuff. I'm like, I don't need this shit. I'm never wrestling again. And I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since. It's been nuts. I'm like, I wonder.
I saw you did a thing with that Dustin school. You went to Dustin Gold Dust for you all.
Yeah.
His school recently.
I
did. So was that the first time you were back in a ring at all?
Officially the first time I stepped foot in a ring. I text Dustin. I'm like, "Hey, how you doing, buddy?" And he's like, "Hey, kid, what's up?" Total Dustin, like, "Hey, kid." I just said, "Hey, I'm thinking about, putting my toes back in a ring. You mind if I swing by? I haven't seen you in a decade. You mind if I'd love to just say hi?" And he goes, "Come on down." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I went down, we chatted. I saw Terrell and they were doing their weekly TV taping there. I think it's weekly they do it, or it's not TV, it's their YouTube channel. he's got a great thing going on there. And him and Terrell have done such a good job. They teach the kids so much. It's not just, I say kids, but like, they teach the students so much about the things that we never learn, like how to do your taxes. They do like mock TV loops, what to expect, like all these things. I'm all, where the hell was that when we were, like they were missing that. But I asked Dustin, they were in between segments, and there was like tons of downtime. Like, hey, anyway, I could just put my toe in the ring. He goes, come on, let's go. I'm like, oh. So I did it, and what the funniest part too is I was getting ready to step in the ring, and he sat on the ropes. I'm like, "The hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, that happens now." I'm like, "Okay, cool, I'll take that." So that there was a first for me at that moment. It's the first time getting back in the ring, first time getting back in the ring as me, as Gabbi, but then first time somebody sat on the ropes for me like a guy. I'm all, "Oh, that's how that feels." I'm like, okay, that's nice.
To
I
let
like
you
that.
in the ring, to let you in the ring, right? Sitting on to let you in the ring, right?
Yeah. So to bring the second rope down so I could step in
Wow,
gracefully.
that's nice. Yeah.
It's such a beautiful old school show of respect. But I have to ask, not to be like Joan Rivers here, not to be like gossip person, but I do wonder if you were to return, whether full time or just for another splash in the business, you have a lot of options now. It's WWE, it's AEW, it's NWA, it's Impact Wrestling. Where would GCW, where would you want to go?
I don't want to close any doors. I mean, when you look at it this way, and I have to clarify, because since I've been posting some things saying that I've missed it, there's been a lot of people that say, "Oh, okay, I see what happened. She transitioned just to make history." I'm like, no, it had nothing to do. I had no intent on ever wrestling again. Wrestling had never crossed my mind once until I was back at the Garden, just by chance. But it's interesting because there's never been a male WWE roster member. I caution to say superstar, and that's what they called us. I was mid card at best. I actually asked Jericho. I was on his podcast a while ago, and I'm like, "Can I say that? Can I say I was mid card?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, I was mid card." Being the mid carder I was, but first male that was previously on a WWE roster to transition, and so no matter what I do at this point, whether it's AEW, WWE, TNA, if a camera catches me on TV, that's history. But if I actually step into a ring, that's history being written at that moment. And so that's exciting, and I don't want to say who I'd rather be with, because I've got I might have some talks open at this point. So
that's awesome.
We'll just, I don't want to say too much.
Yeah.
And I still, and the other thing is, I got to get cleared by my cardiologist and my surgeon. I had open heart surgery in 2019, and I've got graft. They cut out my ascending aorta up to the arch. They saved my valve, but I've got this. It's called a Dacron graft. They said it's like a denim material, but it's like a synthetic aorta, and it's got permanent stitches in it. So I have to get clear to make sure that if I take a bump, it doesn't shear and I die. So
for me now, we wish you success in any genre that you want to be in, and you're killing it in so many different ways. Author, activist, and I'm going to cry. I would just love. I will. I'm going to, because I just feel like, return or not, for the LGBTQIA plus community, what you've done and what you've shared means so much, and we're inspired by you. But to think that there are young kids that are looking up to someone like you, it's just so cool what you've shared and what you've done, and we're just so proud of you. That's all.
Thank you, Val. Girl, you're pulling up my heartstrings. Thank you. It's such an honor. I never thought that the platform would be what it was, and I'd hoped it would help some people by being open and transparent about everything. But to the extent that it has been, and I'm well aware of the reach, I'm baffled, and it's just such an honor to know that the insight that I have it's being watched, and people are gleaning from it, and it's giving them hope.
I want to say, I know we've kept you too long, and obviously we could talk to you for 15 hours. But I will tell you, so I want to just share to the GAW TV viewers who we love and respect, and they're so lovely and loyal, that my first ever WWE audition, I want to say it was 2002 or 3 at the latest, was with Priscilla. I don't know if she, we'd have to talk to her on the show as well. And
God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, isn't that honestly, that was like 2002 or 3, and I was terrified. It was in San Diego. Lisa's
that's crazy.
Yes, and guess who orchestrated that? God bless him. I'd also love to interview him here, is Rick Bassman of UPW.
Yeah.
I talked to Johnny Ace on the phone, and then when I went, we met beforehand, and I met Priscilla, and she was so lovely and so bubbly and energetic. And we were in, you guys can Google it if you're watching. There is a backstage segment with myself, Priscilla, Luther. I want to say Luther Reigns.
And Show was there too, I think.
Yes. And it was directed by Stephanie McMahon, my personal Jesus, so I died. But knowing her, and then later I realized she married you, I was like, oh my God. But we, now fast forwarding to, Lisa and I watching the interviews, Mickie as well, we've all followed your career. We just loved to hear that you're co-parenting and that you're best friends still. And please send her my love, because I thought that was a really fun connection,
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I think I said it I was on breakfast television, and I think I said on the Tamron Hall show too. It's not the ending that we thought it would be, and it's better. It's much better. I mean, our marriage it was not going to last, no matter what. I think the transition was just a catalyst to help us separate. I didn't transition because we wanted to separate or because my marriage was failing. It just happened to be that catalyst that allowed us to be set free. But she lives 5 minutes up the road. I mean, she's so close. She comes over every day, or we go over there, and it's fantastic. Now it's like when we hit that little bump, it's like we go to our corners, like, hey, bye, see you later. And the love is stronger, the relationship's better. It's just we won't be married much longer. We're just working on signing the final decree, and it's okay. It's absolutely okay.
Is that not to use a Gwyneth term, but like the conscious uncoupling? But there are so many, relationships that have different, nuances that they don't end well. But the fact that you're co-parenting and your child is in mind first and foremost, it's just a beautiful thing. So I was really happy to hear that in your interviews. I just thought that's so great. She's a lovely, lovely gal. We'd love to have her on too. So please send her my love.
Tell her. Yeah, she actually, it's funny. She was texting me. She's like, hey, can I come over at 6 and grab Mia and like hang out for a little bit? Yeah, because Mia's going to go spend the night there tonight. And it was as you were talking about her text came through. I'm like,
wow.
I'll tell her in a second.
I manifested Priscilla. And oh my God. And what a babe. What a lovely, lovely gal. And yeah.
I wish she taught me how to do makeup.
I know, right?
What? Didn't she? You said she was teaching you how to wear makeup. And I go, I wish I'd learned makeup from her. Yes. Gorgeous. Oh my God.
What when did you feel this urge, I guess? And I don't know if you've talked about this openly or not, but because if you were thinking back then, were you feeling very confident? And obviously you said it before, like we are always walking around on eggshells and very like nervous and scared. But did you have that feeling back then that that you weren't in the right body or anything like that?
Yeah. No. So that didn't resurface till I was about 30. It was 2016. I was like 36 years old when it just started. And I didn't even think I was in the wrong body. It was just something I'm like, why does this feel right? Weird. Okay. Like I didn't know anything about the transgender community. Like the term non-binary and binary is just coming out. I'm like, what are those? Like, I don't understand what that is. Like not those, like, what are those people? But what does that term mean? I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand. And when I started my transition, I didn't know anything about the community. I knew it was possible, but I knew nothing like about the process or anything like that. That's how oblivious I was to the whole process in the community. But funny story, Mickie. You guys ready for a shell shocker here that we'll just give the world? When I was in WWE, I had the biggest crush on you. It was so funny. You'd walk by, I was like,
thank you.
But I was just an introverted little nerd.
Right now, it's happening.
You were very handsome, though. You were a handsome introverted nerd, and now you're a sexy, not so introverted nerd, and that's okay.
I could not say it.
I'm loving both. I'm like, is that okay to say? I'm loving both. Can I fantasize about both? Is this too
yeah. Can I make a confession? I had a crush on you too, Mickie.
Oh yeah. Should have called me, sis.
I think the world had a crush on Mickie at one point. Like the entire world.
I still do.
Right.
Before we leave, all of your links in the description. Again, for those watching, #weight loss, the giveaway thankfully to Gabbi for being so generous. But what else can we see you on? Like, what are you looking forward to after this, this holiday season?
Oh, I've got a lot lined up. I can't talk about it. That's the only problem. I have so much in the works that I can't talk about. But what I can talk about is the expansion of my coaching business. I currently have a team of 15 that work underneath me. I've got PhDs on my team. I've got master's degrees. I've got coaches that work with NFL players. I've got an A team, literally an all-star team. And I've got a software company that I use an app. I partner with them strategically. And my goal is to offer affordable coaching to as many people as possible. Specifically, it's so interesting. I work with 99% biological females. Never in a million years did I think that would happen when I transitioned. It's just such an honor to be able to help. And we're focusing on things like polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's the largest group of women I work with. And so I just put out a free guide. I'm asking nothing in return. It's called the PCOS Playbook. It's a strategy guide. It's like a 4-pager. It's everything I do with the girls that coach with me. You just don't have my coaches working with you directly, but it's all the science behind it. Here's a couple things you can do that you'll see immediate relief from your symptoms of PCOS. So we're honing in on the science. We've got things coming for endometriosis. I'm working with type 1, type 2 pre-diabetics. So all these things are coming.
I'm not going to cry again, but I'll say again, we're going to let you go. But I want to let you know that we are so proud of you. We are so in awe of your inspiring, talks that you do and your coaching. So I'll let Lisa lead us in a final toast because obviously.
Oh my goodness. Because
yeah.
Oh my
but Gabbi, we love you. Thank you for being here. You're amazing.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you for having me.
So well spoken. And oh my God, thank you.
I just when they told me that you're going to be on the show and just I was like, wow, I feel like we're related, like we're just a sister from another mister, like we're so similar. And just I'm so thankful to have you part of our life, the God TV life.
Thank you.
I guess I'm very honored to call you a friend, and we are all so proud of you, and thank you for being such a positive role model for us too.
Yeah,
honestly,
thank you, Lisa, and thank you to all you other ladies, Val, Mickie. I appreciate that. I'll drink to that.
Love you.
Cheers.
This is the word to go, yo.